Hello, this is Matthew with Amnesia or Rockport Ice Cream, whatever you want to call me. And just doing just going through the screenshots of this. It looks like I've got, well, I don't know. I didn't notice in the last video that it's Fierce. I'm with another guild there. So, it's not green. I get these. I remember thinking like going through the game here that what I do with these screenshots, and it's kind of maybe a meta point, I guess. But I was thought, would I ever use these, or would they just sit kind of idle? And I'm sure people they never really use these things. They just kind of let them sit idle. These screenshots, but it's kind of neat to stitch them all together. I did the math a while ago, and it was like 16 years of screenshots I think I have if I released one screenshot per week for like 16 years. It's thousands of them. So yeah, and Wolf did like I don't know, like 30 or something around every video, but who knows? Maybe we'll get inspiration to do more. I don't know. I did one or a bunch of screenshots in a week. So it looks like I'm just also the swirling winds kind of gives a bit of ambiance. I think I like it. So all this is new in this. I talk about the reviewing here or whatever. Or not reviewing, but just going through retrospective. I don't know. Trying to remember before I forget. Was it all these names? I just feel like a distance. You play all these games, all these people. I've played with like thousands of people. It feels like, and it's never really, I don't know, connected to anybody. It seems like. Just had interest. Even at the very beginning, I was asking people to make mods, and it's just so rare. People who are creative. So this is kind of neat. This little quest. It's like you go around and there's like little. I think this is one of the earlier panaches of flavor or taste or spice, whatever it is, interestingness in the game, where they add little details that take a little extra time. Maybe they're testing new types of quests. This is like a treasure hunt quest. And you don't really see these quests too often. Maybe the chickens or something like that, the mechanical chicken things you find. But it seems like it's literally Easter eggs just hidden around. They're not really discreet either. You can go on the wiki and find whatever, right? But it's not quite the same. That's neat. That stuff you can. I thought you can make like be a 19 twink, whatever, and you can just battlegrounds if it actually was popular. I didn't know there's not a population. You can use that, but it's so bad. It's like a meme thing. It's just so you don't use it. I learned that all the PvP is in 60 anyway. Yeah. But when this was being recorded, I think I was in a different town. I was in a city, permanent building, and I actually had internet, so it didn't have lag and spells and stuff as much. But later I got satellite internet, and that was not as good. It's still not very good. It's okay, but it's not like it's still like around 300 milliseconds of ping. It's just not. It's way better than I remember. Retail, it was like a slideshow. Like, dut 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 dut. Computer was bad. Internet was horrible. And yeah, Fall of Troy, like a Fall of the Wind. Oh yeah, whatever. There was all these comments. Just I don't know. There's people. I guess like a theme park. I guess you could say. Everyone here is just they go to the theme. You don't expect everyone to make the theme park or make the roller coasters, right? But everyone wants to play them. It seems. But I actually want to make the roller coasters. I actually want to make the theme park, which I guess is kind of rare, I guess. But I think in that analog sense, it's quite understandable. Or people who go on a cruise ship, they don't want to make the cruise ship. They just want to enjoy it. Customers, whatever, right? So yeah, maybe that's the treasure. See the little rewards here. None of them are just kind of neat. There's a shirt, just little unique things that are just not unique, but just I don't know. It's okay. It feels like a lot of these feel like experimental stuff, and you find in these early levels around, especially the first builds. It's like Elwyn and Westfall are one of the earliest builds. It's the first ones being worked on. First areas trying out new things. First promotional things are from this area. I'm doing alchemy because I know that back in retail, selling potions makes you money, and then if you want to start an account or a bunch of accounts, you need an income, right? And so you get power through either gear or you get it through selling potions, right? For raids. Even then, I didn't quite know the raids were like exactly, but people needed these potions because the game, if you make them be low level, you can convenience, right? Pardon me. And oh yeah, that. And I was mucked around in retail, or not retail, classic. Oh, look at that, I got another character. Yeah, it's a priest. I think this is times 7 event going on or something like that. maybe later on. Level 1, oh, there's Force Saber. I made a guy who was Lightsaber, I think, on the Scarlet Crusade server. But there he is. I guess I got level 20. I got the teleport spell. I guess I need I thought I'd get like a priest or something. It'd be kind of good. I wonder what I wanted to hit this guy for. Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of neat, I guess. Maybe we can make the character for it, run out of names or something. But yeah, there was him. I think he got to 47 or 48 or something like that. I don't think he got to 50. But I did make one of the first characters. I guess he's one of the first characters, I guess. And back to this. The fishing, whatnot, doing the bank. It's the part of the game where you kind of branch out and kind of explore things. I like that part of World of Warcraft. I feel like now there's all these options available to you. There's kind of hemmed in with your starting zones where you start out with, depending on your race usually. I think gnomes and dwarves share the same thing because there's originally 3 races per faction. But production and whatnot, they're like, hey, we need a 4th, and gnomes and trolls. Trolls share orcs and gnomes share the dwarves. So starting areas. Once around here, it's not even like, I don't know, you do level 10, you could get out of there. But really, around 12, 20 is kind of the regular expectation to branch out. And you can explore different areas. You go to the wiki, whatever, database, whatever it is, Wowhead, if you're doing retail or something. And you just look around the zones, we can get the quests, ask people around. It's where you kind of start trying to track down these good items. You have a choice to either do get these rare items, which are, the ticket for that. Thought was something. Spell book once. Okay. Something going on here. Anyway, the GMs. Yeah. I don't know, going on something. But anyway, you have a choice to go to these islands of content, or just kind of just grind through with bad gear and level up. So I think, knowing a warlock, I think going into this, I never played a warlock in World of Warcraft. I heard vanilla is kind of neat because you can just it's almost like a rogue for cast. You don't need gear. You have the pet, and pet can tank things, and you can run away. You can, and also with picking herbs, it's like I learned that's really good because you can distract and pick all the herbs and run away. You don't need gear. People are afraid of you because you can just dot them up, and it's just a pain in the butt. This is a PvP server, so yeah, it wasn't initially my choice. I think it was better though because it made things. I couldn't play PvP very good, but it made it more interesting. The world thing, you have to be on edge, I think I've had internet would be the way to go because PvP is pretty fun, but certain things in WoW just kind of, you can't have a castle. You can't have controlling a realm. You don't control any like land. There's no like mounted combat. There's nothing like back in medieval times, where maybe you should have it. Wrathfish can try mounted combat, but it's kind of just tacked on. It wasn't really incorporated. And maybe you don't need mounted combat, but just that element of controlling land, controlling space, and time, or time engagement is really important. A lot of all the history really is in Europe, especially, or Japan, or whatever, these places with these armored people and castles and lords and government structures, right? Is back in time, from I don't know, like 1 AD to the Black Plague or whatever in the 1,000 years, whatever, the medieval times. 1,500, whatever. It was basically, you controlled land, you controlled taxes. Taxes fueled your kingdom, and you could pay soldiers and army or whatever, right? And just keep the money in the palaces and whatnot, right? So you controlled land that had peasants, taxes, or trade routes are really important and there's none of that in WoW. There's no trade routes. There's no peasants. There's idea of it. There's like the kings there and stuff, but players don't have agency to do it. Just kind of in a theme park, which is okay, I guess. But I think it ruins kind of an aspect of ties everything together because it's like a divergence or a dynamic. There's an interesting little bit that gets when you have players run the show. I think Dragon or something has something like that where, if you run the world, you don't just need combat, you also need a lot more. Maybe it's, be better that way. Anyway, that's enough for now. Bye for now. Take care. Have fun. This is Matthew, or with Amnesia, or Rockport Ice Cream, signing out. Take care, and see you next time, I guess. Bye for now.